social media check-in. Yo-Yo and Vanessa has been spending their time reading through them all.
Keisha Gailey on Facebook. My daughter is 17. Her father and her stepmother filed for my daughter when she was 7. Immigration turned it down because my daughter did not have her father's name signed on the birth certificate. I don't know what to do. Can you give me advice, please? She has her father's surname and her birth paper, but he did not come with me to sign it at the hospital when she was born.
That's not why she was turned down. That was part of the reason. Why she was turned down is the father has to acknowledge the birth at the time of birth. That's evidence that he's the father, but that's not the only way to prove you're the father. You can take a blood test. I'm the father. Here's proof I'm the father. The DNA matches. You still also have to prove a relationship between father and child, that the father was in the life of the child from birth to 18. And that has nothing to do with signing a birth certificate. Proof the father's in the life. They send financial support, is on school records, pictures together with friends and family.
Nabil Nazir on YouTube. My employer files an EB-3 petition for me. My status was F1. However, I didn't continue school. My perm is in process. If I proceed, will the case be successful in the end?
Well, if you're no longer in student visa status and you're doing a perm application for a job sponsorship, you're not going to be able to adjust your status here. And if you go home, you're going to need a provisional waiver. So hopefully you can do that. Sylvia
on YouTube, is there something to do when a credible fear interview is denied?
Yeah. You can call a lawyer. I don't know what your particular, you're at the border. So if your credible fear interview is denied, you still possibly getting a summary exclusion immediately, and then you'll probably need to call a lawyer to see how to come back to America.
Rolls Royce on YouTube. I got a volunteer departure from a judge for overstaying a tourist visa with no criminal history. At an embassy interview abroad, what can I expect if the petition gets approved with being admissible?
Well, if it happened more than 10 years ago, all your bars are removed. They'll ask you what happened, and you'll tell the truth. If it happened less than 10 years ago, you may have a bar to inadmissibility for overstay of more than a year. So it depends on how long ago this happened.
Tremaine Ramdeen on Facebook. I filed an I-130 for my mom. I got an approval letter and my priority date April 12th, 2021. Does that mean she would have to wait till next April before she gets a visa date?
No. If it's approved, hopefully it goes through the National Visa Center and she gets an immigrant visa appointment soon. Or if she's in the U.S., you've filed an adjustment application for her. 2 more.
Naeem Rana on Facebook. How do I reopen a case for EOIR F2B in NYC? How long does it take to reopen, and how much is the charge?
It sounds like you were ordered deported and your mother or father filed for you as an unmarried son or daughter over the age of 21 and you were deported in New York. I would need to know a lot more. You need to have a consultation.
Larita Adore, last one on YouTube. After my interview, how long will it take before I get my work permit and green card?
Well, you should have already had your work permit already if you filed an adjustment application and had an interview. I don't know when you're going to get your green card. I don't know what happened at your interview. I would also need to know a lot more. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.